Hello guys, so we will be discussing some important articles from our Surreal magazine for Sociology Current Affairs. Here we basically analyze the current affairs in news from sociological viewpoint. Today we will see few important articles. The very first one is dowry death. You might have heard about this a lot of times, but this article provides you with the reason, okay, and also with the solution that how one can deal with dowry death. It's a very good article, very important article, and it can be used in essay, and the entire article reading is very important. We have attached the link to the article here as well if it's not very clearly visible. Besides that, it's related to our paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 are the patriarchy part, and the paper 2 social movements in modern India, because this article says that a dowry can only be stopped by making it a grassroots level movement. Okay, so this is something that is important. You can use it anywhere while writing about any social problems, may it be Dalit, may it be caste movement, that all these can only be removed, okay, by making it a grassroots level movement. And another thing about the social transformation, violence against women and patriarchy. So let's see the what the article says. So in this article, there is a small story which says the which basically identifies the entire dowry system, the dowry structure in our society, and how, despite the various legislations, like we have the Dowry Prevention Act of 1961, 60 years to the act, okay, and despite the Kerala, where we have highest literacy rate, still we find that dowry deaths are even visible there. So this article tends to highlight all these issues, that how uh, a death of a Nair family woman took place because of dowry, and such deaths symbolizes entrenched patriarchy within the family home. It symbolizes that patriarchy has been entrenched in our society, and it's not just a day's thing, it has been institutionalized from time and again. So basically, this article says that despite the legislation, like we already discussed the Dowry Prohibition Act, and despite Kerala, which has near to total literacy rate, we still find that in their wedding also the dowry is given, and the bride is given away with a lot of gold, a lot of goods, white goods, car, piece of land, etc. So the author is an IS, and she says that in order to make a change in this, what we need to do is we need to set the idea that dowry is a social stigma. Okay, we need to consider dowry as a regressive social norm. This is how you can relate sociology to current affairs. So the author says that it's high time that we relate dowry as a social stigma, and we should try to bring in superstars who and try to tell them that no, dowry shouldn't be taken. We should ask the young woman to speak directly and to say no to dowry. Besides that, those parents should not be for parents of the bride shouldn't be forced to give any gifts. Okay, and see, basically what happens in Indian society is the dowry is considered as a gift. Okay, like they say, you're giving this for your daughter itself, so this idea should be given up. Okay, and besides that, what should be done is that, see, besides all these, the main reason why dowry takes place is also because of the poor presence of women in the workforce, and the woman is financially dependent on the men. So we should ask women to take up various jobs. Okay, besides that, women should not be just restricted to childcare activities. Besides that, she should also be given safety at the workplace, and there shouldn't be any discrimination in hiring. There should be workplace environment safety, and she should be the one who should share all her domestic responsibilities with the men. So all these ideas in this paragraph, it has been mentioned, all these ideas will help us to empower women and to prevent the dowry deaths and prevent dowry as a social stigma. Okay, besides that, undoubtedly we need to focus on the 60-year-old legislation and try to bring about the assurance of the head of the family, because most of the time the talks of dowry takes place between the head of the family. So the head of the family or the karta should be acknowledged that this is wrong and this shouldn't be done. So in this way we can try to avoid such dowry deaths. Okay, and there should be systems which should support women. See, most of the time the women are not supported by their own family. So these women should be given shelter homes, there should be legal follow up, they should be given livelihood support. Besides that, if we want to remove dowry from the roots itself, we need to make it a grassroots level movement. This is very important. See, the marriage registration process protects women right. Okay, see, most of the gram panchayats, if we allow the gram panchayats to register marriages, then such gram panchayats will be accessible to the rural people, and as a result these rural people will definitely play an important role in lowering down the dowry deaths, because families will spend less when they know that they have to register the marriage in the rural, and it's about their reputation. So if we try to look down upon dowry, and we try to make dowry a social stigma, and we try to create self-help group among women to make them financially viable, and we try to spread social awareness and gender sensitization, all of this is definitely going to work as a grassroots level movement and try to fight against dowry. This entire article is very important. I told you all the sociological connotations that we could have taken out from this article. Okay, so there's a certain few things which you can read. Next is vaccine hesitancy. So recently, Prime Minister reached out to the community leaders to tackle vaccine hesitancy. When vaccine was started in the very earlier phase, there was a lot of hesitancy among the various communities regarding the vaccine. So the Prime Minister reaches out to the community leaders. See, when you see community leaders, one thing which would strike to your mind is about the charismatic authority or the charismatic authority, which you have read in Max Weber, who says that there are certain people who have got some extraordinary personality which tends to influence people. So, with the help of community leaders, also, we could have tackled this vaccine hesitancy. So, somewhere the reason why certain groups were not taking vaccine was because of certain religious beliefs, like the composition of the vaccine was against their religious ideas, all these, and some of them believe that the vaccine is not good and it's against their idea of traditionality and their social norms. So as a result they ask that it is the charismatic authority, or so to say the community leaders, who will help them to help the people to come together and help these people to fight these hesitancy, and will allow the health workers to reach each and every citizen. Okay, this is the basic idea. This is how you can relate sociology to vaccine hesitancy as well. Okay, it is related to paper one, religion in modern society, and how various religious groups were opposing vaccine because of the composition of the vaccine, and then you can also relate to Max Weber's authority. Okay, next is violence against women. In violence against women, there's a data which says that crime against women has been 63% rise in 2021. So here you can relate that there was a steep increase in violence against women because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Obviously, because all the burden, there was double burden of work. One, the woman was also had to do the domestic chores. If there was a working woman, she has to do the office work, and next he also has to take care of the child and the old. Okay, so all these burdened the woman, and as a result there were continuous fights among the married women. Okay, besides that, also we find that there was an increase in other sorts of crime like rape, kidnapping of women, there was dowry death, dowry provision act couldn't even work properly, abduction of women. So all these were seen. Okay, there is certain data which you can add to your answers, but most importantly, you can add the very first data which is mentioned here, that there was 63% rise in the crime against women, and it is related to our sociology topic of violence against women in paper 2 and patriarchy topic of paper 1 as well as paper 2. So why this violence against women takes place? It is because of three basic ideas: patriarchy, the gender violence, and the feminist approach. The patriarchy obviously says that the violence against women is done by a man because the man wants to reinstate the idea that the man is a dominant one and the woman is a subordinate one. Okay, the idea of dominance and subordination. Then the idea of gender violence, where basically you will find that men want to prove that they are very strong and they are emotionally strong, and they tend to bring in all their rage against the woman. So, and next is feminist approach. Feminist approach says that the violence against women is more because the woman is economically dependent on men. Okay, okay. The woman is economically dependent on men. Once the woman is allowed to be economically independent, this will lead to decrease in the crime rates. So, in this way, we can relate sociologically to all these current affairs article. Besides that, if you have any queries, you can definitely uh, join us through our website, that is Reliable and Valid. Besides that, you can also join us on our Telegram channel, that is Sociology and Social Issues, and you can email us on this aforementioned email address, and you can download the link of the magazine from the description below. Thank you.